What's up, everybody? My name is Zach Pasquarello, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to land your first client. Even if you have already started your bookkeeping business and maybe you have a couple clients, but you're struggling to land that third or fourth client, I still have some tips and tricks for you. So even if you have a couple clients, this video is still going to work for you. But if you are brand new, if you just started your bookkeeping business and you don't have any clients, you need to watch this because I'm going to give you my 3-step process for efficiently onboarding new clients. My name is Zach Pasquarello, and I have had a bookkeeping business for the past 3 years, and I make these videos every single day because I want to teach you how to start and grow a bookkeeping business the same way that I did. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about how to land your first client. Like I said, it's a 3-step process. So step number 1, your sales pitch. This is going to be you reaching out to clients for the very first time, and I'm going to talk more about it, but you got to keep it short and simple. Step number 2, I'm going to talk about the meeting after you've done your sales pitch and they agree to meet with you. They say, yes, I need bookkeeping services. I'm going to talk about what to say and what to do in that meeting. And then the 3rd step, how to get your first client or how to get more clients if you already have a couple clients. This is the 3rd step, but just as important as the first 2 steps, this is giving them a quote. So how much do you quote them? When do you give them a quote? What information do you need in order to give them the quote? Let's talk about all 3 of these steps. Let's start with the sales pitch. Okay, so in my opinion, there are 4 different ways that you can pitch somebody. And when I say 4 different ways, I mean the delivery method for giving your pitch. The first way, in person. This, in my opinion, is an old school sales tactic. I would not recommend ever doing an in-person sales pitch for a couple reasons. First of all, you're going to waste a lot of time driving to different businesses or walking to different businesses. And second of all, you're going to, even if you walk into somebody's business, you're probably not going to talk to the decision maker or the business owner or the manager who you actually need to talk to. So you're just going to completely waste your time. And it's honestly really intimidating to go door to door and to sell people. And also, a lot of businesses that you're going to be marketing towards don't even have a brick and mortar office location. So you're completely wasting your time doing in-person sales. Second option, phone calls. This is not as much of a waste of time as in-person sales, but I still think a phone call is a huge waste of time. It's going to take you 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to make a phone call. And chances are you're not even going to be talking to the right person, or they're not going to answer. You're going to leave them a voicemail. They're never going to listen to the voicemail, and you've just wasted 2 minutes. The only reason I would ever do a phone call is if you want to practice your sales pitch. So it is good practice to verbally practice your sales pitch because that can be intimidating. That can be difficult. So at the very least, you're going to practice talking to clients. Okay, the 3rd one, email. This is better than a phone call, but I still don't think emails are the best way to pitch somebody because I don't know about you, but I see people with literally thousands of unread emails. Some emails go to spam folders. Some emails just never even get read. You might not even be emailing the correct email address for the actual business owner. So you can try emails. Emails are okay, but not the best. Okay, the absolute best way to pitch business owners, especially today in 2023, is social media DMs. And here's how you're going to do it. First of all, you need to friend request them, or connect with them, or follow them. So Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, somehow connect with business owners. And I made a video last week on how to find business owners on Facebook. So if you're marketing on Facebook, check out that video that I posted last week. It's a great tool for marketing to business owners on Facebook. But sending social media DMs is the best way to find other business owners because a lot of new business owners are starting out on social media. So they're pretty active on social media. You can find them and you can reach out directly to the actual business. It's really important that you connect with them first and wait a month. That way they see your marketing content on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. So after you've connected with them, wait a month and then send them a DM. And lastly, I'm going to say with this DM or with the email or with the phone call, any way you pitch somebody, keep it simple. Here's exactly what I said, and feel free to use my sales pitch. Hey, I'm an accountant. Let me know if you ever need help with your bookkeeping or tax. That's all I say. I send them that direct message. I send them that email. I call them on the phone. I say that. And if they don't respond, I don't bother them because I don't want to be annoying. If they do respond and they say yes, I say that's great. So we'll move on to step 2 of the sales process. If they respond and say no thanks, I say, maybe I don't respond or that's fine. I move on. I don't bother them. I don't annoy them. I don't send people the same sales pitch multiple times. It's a one and done process. Okay, so step 2 in the sales process, is the meeting after the sales pitch. So step one, you got to pitch them. You have to give them your sales pitch so that they know who you are and they know what services you're offering. But this is the second step in the sales process. This is going to be the meeting after they've said yes to your sales. The best thing that I did in order to implement this meeting, you need to have a scheduling link. This is going to make it so much easier for you and the prospective client to schedule a meeting with you, because there's nothing more annoying than saying, hey, yeah, let's meet. Are you available tomorrow? No, I'm not available tomorrow. Okay, how about Wednesday? Can you do Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday works. How about 9 a.m.? No, 9 a.m. doesn't work. Okay, how about 2 p.m.? Yes, Wednesday at 2 p.m. works. Let's talk then. There's nothing more annoying than that back and forth. So just have a scheduling link. I pay like 10 or 15 bucks a month for my scheduling link, and it's through Squarespace. I can send links. I have it integrated with my website, and I can send a prospective client the scheduling link right after the sales pitch, and they can go directly to the link and they can look at their calendar, they can look at my calendar, and they can schedule a 15-minute meeting. So here's what I do. With the scheduling link, after the sales pitch, I offer a free 15-minute phone call. I don't do in-person, I don't do video calls, I just do a 15-minute phone call, and this is their opportunity to talk about their business. So you might be a little bit intimidated to schedule this meeting, but let me just reassure you, let them do the talking. Let them talk about their business. Business owners love to talk about their business, and this will give you the opportunity to get a feel for their business and their bookkeeping needs. So as soon as I answer the phone, I say, hey, this is Zach Pasquarello. They say, hello. I say, is now still a good time to talk? They say, yes, it sure is. I say, okay, what do you have going on? Okay, tell me about your business. Okay, tell me about your bookkeeping needs. Let them do the talking, because I promise you they will talk for 5 or 10 minutes and they'll tell you everything about their business. And then once they've done all their talking for probably 5 or 10 minutes, use the last 5 minutes to explain what you can do for them. So this is your term, and you need to practice this because this is not easy. You need to tell them the 3 things you do. You do 3 things on a monthly basis. You categorize their transactions, you reconcile their accounts, and you generate their profit and loss statement and email it to them in the first 5 days of every single month. This is what they need. They need a bookkeeper. They need somebody to manage their QuickBooks because they don't want to do it themselves and they don't have time to do it. So you are there to solve their problem of bookkeeping and QuickBooks, and you keep it simple. You do 3 things. Categorize their transactions, reconcile their accounts to make sure everything penny for penny is exactly accurate based on their bank statements, and then you send them their financial statements on a monthly basis in the first 5 days of every month. That way they can see their profitability. That way they can see last month, how much money did they make, how much money did they spend. Okay, step 3 in the process of landing bookkeeping clients, you need to give them a quote. So first of all, you've given them a sales pitch. Second of all, you've had that 15-minute phone call meeting with them to talk about their business, and you offer them their services and you tell them the 3 things that you do. Finally, after you hang up, you need to give them a quote. So end the conversation by saying, I need 2 things. I need to be invited to your QuickBooks Online if they have QuickBooks. And the second thing you need is you need their 3 most recent bank statements and their credit card statements in order to give them a quote. And in the beginning, I was a little worried about asking for their bank statements because of sensitive information, but for the past 3 years, I've never had an issue. If they do have an issue with giving you sensitive information, offer some alternatives. They can come to your office and give you their bank statements, which is the least preferred method, or you can send them a Google Drive because Google Drive is secured and encrypted. You can send them a Google Drive and they can upload their bank statements to the Google Drive, or if they have some other cloud software that they use like Dropbox, then they can upload the documents to their cloud and then they can invite you to it. But no matter what, you absolutely need their 3 most recent bank statements and to be invited to their QuickBooks. And you need those things because you need to see the complexity of their business. So immediately after the 15-minute phone call, follow up with them and tell them that you need their QuickBooks invite and their bank statement. And it's also good to get their email address because this is the last step of the sales pitch. And this is one of the most important steps, especially if you don't have any clients. You literally have nothing better to do but follow up with prospective clients. You have done so much work marketing. You have given them a sales pitch. You've spent time meeting with them over the phone, and now you're so close to landing the sale. Sometimes clients just need a follow-up email or a follow-up phone call. Honestly, If I have my sales call on Monday and I don't hear back from them on Wednesday, I would call them. If they don't answer the phone, send them an email. And if I don't hear back from them on Wednesday, I'm doing it again on Friday. You have nothing better to do but follow up with the client because you've already put in so much work. And I would follow up with them constantly until they respond. They're going to tell you one of two things. They're going to say no thanks or yes please. And if they tell you no thanks, then you're done. Nothing more to do. Say, okay, have a nice day. If they say yes please, congratulations, you just landed your first client. Now, I do want to touch on one last thing because somebody asked me a question in the comments of my video yesterday. Will Brown asked me, how do I quote clients? How do you price it out? How do you give them a fair price? And that's a great question. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but here's what I do. So after you've requested their QuickBooks and their bank statements, now you're able to count their transactions. And for the past 3 years, this is how I've done it. If you have a different way of doing it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how you quote your clients, but here's how I do it. I pretty much add up their transactions. You need to look at bank statements, loan statements, and credit card statements. Look at everything. Don't just look at the checking account. Look at the savings account. Look at the credit card accounts and make sure you get all of their statements. And then you count their transactions for the 3 most recent months. So count the transactions for the 3 most recent months, add them up, and then divide them by 3. And I used to just do 1 month, but businesses have busy seasons and businesses have slow months. So I do 3 months and then divide that by 3. So let's say, for example, 600 transactions in 3 months divided by 3. So now you have 200 transactions per month across all statements. And then I multiply that 200 by $2. So I would charge this client $400 per month. Now, if they're a very small business, my bare minimum is $200. So even if they're a brand new business and they have 2 transactions per month, I charge everybody a bare minimum of $200 per month. And if they're in that sweet spot of like between 50 transactions and 125 transactions, I'll charge all of those people $250 per month. So if they're not brand new, but kind of new and pretty small still, $250 a month. And then anything above 125 transactions, I do this method. Count 3 months, divide by 3, multiply by 2, and that is your monthly bookkeeping fee. My largest client right now is $700, which means they have 350 transactions per month. So this is how I quote my clients.